Bwaise is known as one of the biggest slums in Kampala city, and in the past few years, this area used to register so many cases of cholera outbreaks due to the poor hygiene conditions in the area. But there is a group of women who came together to transform this community through solid waste management. This is her story.
It is 8 a.m. and Edith Nabasirai's day has just started. The garbage pits and drainage channels of Bwaise, the second largest slum of Kampala city, seem to be her working space. Gloves and boots on, a mask on her face, she digs into different channels to pick what works for her. At some point she approaches different homes in the area to inquire if they have garbage they need to dispose of.
Onogenda muzigo ku muzigo n'omuga ebikuta tobisuula mbyagala kati bakimanyiira nti ebikuta ebyo tubikola ki tubikozesa kati waliwo n'abaana abakamula juice ebigundi by'ebikajjo ebyo nabyo tugenda ne tubibuukingayo ne babituwa.
Plastic bottles, food leftovers, sugarcane among others. She collects all forms of garbage, loaded onto a wheelbarrow, which she will later take to the recycling plant to transform into something useful for her community and the environment. Bwaise is the second largest slum in Kampala. Previously, waterborne diseases such as cholera and diarrhea were common epidemics in the slums. Until 2020, about 11,000 cholera cases were reported in Uganda each year, killing 68 to 128 people. Nabasirai, a resident of the Bwaise Bokassa zone, has witnessed the tragic consequences of poor waste management on the health and well-being of her community. Her family suffered 2 Ebola outbreaks between 2015 and 2019. She has had sleepless nights several times when their house gets submerged with floods.
Oluusi nga nongoose waka kasasiro oyo nga nsula mu mwala omwala ogwo ne guzibikira kuba bw'etonnya amazzi nga gajja ne gasaasaana awo wonna.
The flooding is primarily due to drainage challenges, which is a result of poor waste disposal. Determined to make a difference, Nabasirai is now a popular face in the slums, collecting rubbish for extensive collection and recycling. In addition to efforts to improve slum drainage problems, like blockage, innovators like Nabasirai have contributed to fundamental changes in the slum in less than 3 years.
Abammanyi muno mu kitundu wakati n'okumanyika namanyika siswala kuba ekintu nkifunamu.
Nabasirai is one of the women in her umbrella organization Focus for Life Development Link in Bwaise. Their innovative approach not only solves the waste crisis, but addresses environmental concerns and unemployment.
Okubeera nga tetusabiriza kye kisinga obukulu okusabiriza otuuka ku muntu n'agamba nze oyo yantama naye obeera nga kintu kino tukitutte mu maaso tuba tumanyikibwa.
The collected garbage is compressed by being reduced to ash in a hopper. The remaining dust is mixed with other combustible biomass material to make briquettes, which are later sold as an alternative to charcoal.
Amanda gano gakola bulungi lwakuba nti obuzibu obugalimu bano abamanyire okugulayo eri amanda gali amalala bamanyire okuzikiza naye gano tegazikiza ate gano gaseevinga nti bw'oba okozeseza obwanda bwaffe buno bwe buti oteekako amanda nga 3 oba 4 n'ofumba caayi najja n'ofumba n'enva bw'oba ofumbye enva oba za binyeebwa ebyo bwe bityo oba osevinze waba ogula amanda gano bwe gati ga 10 gakola olunaku lulamba ne bw'oba okozesezza kano ofumba ebijanjaalo kiro ng'emu oba 2 ne bijja n'ogoya akawungako n'ofumba n'amazzi g'okunywa kulyanda lino.
According to the 2021 Uganda National Household Survey, 7 in every 10 households in Uganda depend on charcoal and firewood as the most available and primary source of energy for cooking. On the other hand, as a result of deforestation, charcoal has led to severe climatic impacts such as drought. Esther Namulondo, who works with Nabasirai, says these briquettes provide an environmental protection measure in the slums and around the city.
Kigendererwa kyaffe kyali nti nga tutaasa butonde bwansi kuba kasasiro yalinga mungi nnyo mu myala nga buli w'otambula waliwo kasasiro era ssaawa zino bw'oba otambudde tekyali bisasiro biyitirivu mu myala na buli wamu kasasiro yakendeera.
Namulondo says briquette energy is cheap and affordable. At only 1,000 Uganda shillings, a family can have enough briquettes to prepare a meal a day.
Kati oli bw'omugamba nti no kasasiro tumukuŋŋaanya kati ye aba alabanga obukyafu omugamba nti kasasiro tolina mmusuula olina mmukuŋŋaanya n'omufunamu kino ye alabanga obukyafu alaba ebyo biba tebigasa.
The effect of the efforts of these women is already visible. Once known for its unhygienic living conditions, Bwaise now has cleaner streets, fewer health hazards and a thriving recycling industry that produces briquettes for cooking energy.
N'okukyusa endaba y'ebintu batandika okubeera nga bakozesa amanda gano kuba amanda gano ge malungi okusinga ate gali ga bbeeyi ate gano ga layisi ate gano gaseevinga.
You find whenever it rains, water comes to Bwaise and you find it flooding around. So if we do this, it helps people in Bwaise to be in a good environment and they are able to fight floods.
The community's environmental awareness has also increased. Lydia Mayam, a resident of the same zone, has been using briquettes from Nabasirai the last 6 months and is happy for the results. As Bwaise continues its transformational journey, Edith Nabasirai and her group demonstrates the power of grassroots initiatives and the potential for sustainable change through an innovative approach to waste management. Their extraordinary efforts inspire hope and are a great example of what can be achieved when people take action to improve the world around them.